Hi, as we promised you, we will today have a look at the liner after having used a net for the falling leaves and after not touching the water for about 10 weeks. We haven't done anything. Oops, that was our top. We haven't done anything for the last 10 weeks because for about 8 weeks we had the net over the water and it was not possible to do anything. And afterwards, the last 2 weeks, we didn't want to do anything because we wanted to share the result of not touching the water and not doing anything with our schwimmteich for a long time. Because many people have a problem with believing in water circulation without using a pump. Many people think that water does not have any movement by itself. And I think that looking at our liner today will show us, or will show you, that there is a movement in the water, even if there's no pump and nothing, even there's no swimmer, nobody that fishes out anything, and even then there is a water circulation in the water body. And I think you can see that when looking at our liner, and that's what we're going to do now.
Your channel for swimteichs. Nature in your garden and water that's alive. Enjoy watching.
So as I said, for the last for about 2 months we had a net over our schwimmteich. No leaves were able to fall into the water. About 2 weeks ago we removed the net, and of course in the last 2 weeks there were some leaves still falling into the water. We didn't remove them because we wanted to look together with you at the liner without having done anything. So what I want to show you is that there is not a stable covering of sediments all over the liner, but there are places where there is more dust and there are places there is no dust. So what you see now is the result of 10 weeks. These are the sediments that we get. And what I want to show you is, for example, this line here between the wall and the bottom. You can see here a stripe. There is nearly nothing lying on this stripe. That means that here we have digged and refinished the digging very well, so that in these corners nothing stays there. It all works its way towards the middle. And of course, what you really can see very well is that in every wrinkle, every fold, every bottom, the dust collects, of course. Yeah, maybe we want to walk around a little bit. What I still don't know, we want to see together with you. A back swimmer. Even in winter. Oh, it's gone. It's trying to get into the stones there. Anyway. Leaves keep falling. A few. And of course they sink down, and now what I will do is to get them out. But it's so little this year. We are so happy that we have used the net, so this is no work at all. But let's walk around. We can see that everything is covered with this brownish stuff. And I'm still not sure if this is biofilm or if it's just sediments that can be broomed away very easily. We will have a look at this later. Here I want to show you something also.
But good.
I think you can see that there's a little bit more dust running down in these two spots. That is because there's the bags, and in between the bags the sediments can run down. This is what's supposed to be. It works well. You see that the sediments from this little area, the baby area, the sediments that collect there, they just go down into the water and down to the bottom. Yeah, here I am extremely happy that we have used the net, because this area, the regeneration area, of course, should have very little organic stuff in it, and because we have used the net, there's mostly everything gone. There are only very few leaves that I have to remove by hand in spring or maybe on a warm winter day. Here we have our chicken. And here I want to show you something that I don't like. This whitish stuff that is on the surface of our water. I hope you can see that. This is something we don't like. We have that from time to time when we are not careful enough. That's nothing but pigeons. Oh my God, the English word. Pigeons. Shit, more or less. Yeah, and we try to have no pigeons here, because I don't like pigeons and I don't like their remainings, their leftovers, and that's why we always try to chase them away. But of course we are not always there, and then these are what they need for us. Yeah, here I want to point out that you should try to avoid to have too many wrinkles or folds when installing the liner, because of course on these folds that we have, there's always sediments remaining there and not going down. And there is no possibility that this stuff goes down by itself. We have to do that with a broom. That's why you should always take care and be very careful when you build the schwimmteich. Yeah, when you have a look there, where the bottom is, the deep zone, you can also see where how we digged, more or less. You see where the leaves collect and where they don't sink down anymore, so it was probably not steep enough. And you can also see this here. If we had digged a little bit steeper, the walls, if they were a little bit steeper, the sediments would probably go down more by themselves. Well, anyway, that's it. Okay, so now, big surprise, I want to know if this is biofilm or if it's dust. Is it easy to remove this brownish stuff, or is it difficult? Will it stick to the liner? That's now our big trial. Oopsie. one can see, gets lighter. The stones get lighter. Yeah, it is dust, and we can remove it. Also from the liner. And as you see, it works very well. But of course, it's always the same game. Water is absolutely clear. Then we start cleaning. We start brooming. And as you see, of course, it gets turbid from brooming. But in a few hours, the latest, it is all clear again, but with a clean liner, which means that we have a different color of the water again. But it works quite well. It's all dust, mostly dust, as you can see. And it's fun to do that because you really have a result. I like that. And as you see, I have taken the long pole, the long telescopic pole, because with the short one, I cannot broom it all the way down to the deep zone. And that's why I'm having the long one today. Because you can see I can push it all the way to the deep zone. And this is where I want to have it. So I hope you could see in this video that there is movement in water, even if there is no artificial movement. Yeah, we definitely will use the net again. We are happy with the result, and I just want to show you we kept it open because we used our tub yesterday. This is a hot tub. I think we have never shown it in our English version of our channel. It's a special thing because you fill in water, and then you have here a little oven, a little fireplace that we used yesterday. You make a fire here with wood, and the water is warmed by this fire. And the big advantage is to a normal bathtub that you are of course in the open air, and the big thing is you can really make yourself a wellness day because you have this fire here. The water keeps warm, and you just put in some more wood if it gets a little bit cooler, and you have like a full day of hot water, and you can have a wellness day in your garden. That's what we have, and we do use it more or less every week, at least once, and that from September to April, depends on the weather. And well, we just wanted to give you a glance on it because we used it yesterday, and it's quite nice, especially in connection with a swimmteich, because sometimes if it gets very, very hot, I put in some of my toes, and maybe even to the knee, but more I don't. I am not an ice bather. Anyway, because it's December and it's time of Christmas, we wish you, of course, beautiful Christmas days and a happy new year. So have a good Christmas time. Thank you.